All my iPad mini 6 owners out there, I got y'all. I got y'all. Bow. This is the Pitaka MagEZ Pro case. So let's go ahead and get into it. What's good, y'all? It's your man Wayne Train. We back with another joint. So listen, we got the Pitaka MagEZ Pro case in the building. This is a case, not specifically this one, but this is a case from Pitaka that I've been waiting for. A quality case. I haven't really been able to find a really good case for my iPad mini 6. I have been looking, and it's not saying that they're not out there, but for my liking, I haven't really been able to find one until now. We got the Pitaka in the building. Now, I will say, upon further use and everything of the case, there are some gripes I have. There are some issues that I have, and I will discuss them in this video. But before we get into all the negativity, let's go ahead and get into the positive stuff. So you already know what you're gonna get from Pitaka. Quality case, aramid carbon fiber. For me, you really can't go wrong with aramid carbon fibers. Pretty much standard for me anyway. So the only problem I have with the iPad mini 6 is there's not really too many colors out for the case, but you know, maybe they'll come later on. So as you can see though, with the case, that little X back there, that is their proprietary wireless charging, or not technically wireless charging, mag charging, so to speak. A very MagSafe like experience. But this is what they call Pitaka Flow. This is their own little ecosystem of charging. They have stands and everything that you can get. They have other cases for other products, so you can pretty much use the same chargers across the board no matter what you got. So if you want to check that out, link and everything will be below for Pitaka's website if you want to go into checking out some of their other stuff. But for the sake of this video, let's continue to talk about this one. Now, real quick, I'll just show you, demonstrate it. Bow. That's how it goes. But we'll talk about a little bit more of that a little bit later. But let's go ahead and get into the case itself. As far as how it's made up, it's a MagEZ Pro case. So for those who don't know, Pitaka has other types of cases. The MagEZ Pro line is their more protective line. So you're gonna get all your borders and everything are protected. There's no cutouts and everything on the top and bottom. So for better drop protection, so to speak. So cutouts and everything, for me, good. They not really gonna have any issues with that. Pitaka's pretty solid on that end. Cutouts for the Touch ID, no problems there. Up and down volume rocker is good. All the grills, speaker grills and mic grills and everything along the bottom, they're good. Now the only problem with the grill that I have is along this bottom here, if you can see, is there is no pass-through. When you use the case in order to achieve that mag charging, you have to use your USB-C port. It's taking up that space, so you won't be able to, the fact that they didn't add the pass-through at the bottom, you won't be able to use your USB-C if you had to. For some people, that can be a deal breaker, so I had to mention that kind of early. You know, for me, I'm more for the protection. Not really tripping on that. I don't really take my iPad mini places, but for those that do, that's something that you got to be considered, or considering, you have to think about rather. And you might want to invest in more of these. By the way, because I didn't mention it, this does come with the charger in the box, so that's good on their end from Pitaka. Price is starting at about 80 bucks. So for the case, charger, I think that's a fair price if you ask me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the iPad in the case real quick. Bow. Oh shoot, I forgot something. So I forgot to mention, so you also get this little pen clip. So the pen clip, you know, is added securities for your Apple Pencil, because once you have the case on and you try to use the magnetic holder for the Apple Pencil, you're gonna find that it just kind of flops off. Not even so, even putting the mag thing on here isn't the most safest thing to do directly to the iPad. So especially when you drop your case in, or drop your iPad in, and then you try to use it here, it holds up okay, seeing that it's kind of in a cradle along the side there. But the pin clip just gives you a little bit more protection, just in case it falls off. Kind of acts as a tether. So Nice touch, Pitaka. Not mad at that. Let's talk about a few of the gripes that I have with the case. So if you hadn't noticed, see if y'all can figure it out. You got it. It's smudged up. So I think that's kind of one of the biggest things that I dislike about some of the carbon fiber cases is the coating, whatever they have on it, the protective coating. That's cool and all, but it definitely retains smudges, and it's kind of hard to get them out. I've noticed I've just been using a little bit of glass cleaner or lens cleaner or whatever to kind of get some of the smudges out, but for the most part, the case itself does smudge up quite a bit. The other issue that I have is it's not really one that I actually call an issue, but like I mentioned, the magnetic clasp here, I do like the pin clip. I think I probably would have opted for a style that's kind of attached to the case, so that way you ain't gotta have this additional attachment. But I do understand it. You can remove this if you do not like, and just rock the case itself without this or the pencil, however you want, just giving you a little bit more modularity, so to speak. But for me, if you're gonna put that on there, I just kind of wish that they would have just went all in with that and allow people to be able to use their pencil, maybe put it on the back or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Man, I don't know. But I'm not a case designer. I think they know what they're doing. So the iPad does charge at like 20 watts. So I would assume that that's kind of what you're gonna get with the mag charging, somewhere in between 10 and 20 watts. Now I could not find information on how fast it charges. I was looking, but safe to say that I think that's kind of where you'll be at. Now, you can rotate it any direction in that sense. However, whatever orientation that you're gonna be using your iPad at. Bow. So that's kind of my favorite thing. One of my favorite things anyway, just to show you that we are getting charged. Bow, bow. All in all though, just to kind of round this out, the whole setup itself, I think is nice. I have no problem with it. The one possibly big deal breaker for some people could be the non-pass-through at the bottom. So for me though, I'm gonna be rocking out with this case. It's pretty cool. I'm not mad at it. So anyway, man, this is the Pitaka MagEZ Pro case for your iPad Mini 6. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this joint. It's your man Wayne Train. We out.